Hi, welcome to our next systems of equation video. In this video, we continue talking about the intersection between graphs, and we're going to turn our attention to a straight line graph and a circle. So here's the example we're going to do today. Find the intersection between the graphs y is equal to 3 minus 1.5x and the graph x squared plus y squared equal to 25. So our first graph is just a straight line graph. It has a y-intercept of 3 and a gradient of negative 1.5. The second graph, x squared plus y squared equal to 25, is a circle, has a centre at the origin, 0, 0, and has a radius of 5. And these two graphs intersect, and our job is to find where the two graphs intersect. Right, let's get going. So we're going to write down the equation of the circle first. And you can see the straight line graph is written in the form of y equal to something. It's equal to 3 minus 1.5x. So we're going to grab that 3 minus 1.5x, which is equal to y, and substitute it into the y in the circle graph. So we're going to write down x squared plus 3 minus 1.5x all squared is equal to 25. So we're replacing the y in the circle with 3 minus 1.5x. Right, well these two brackets here, this squared here means 3 minus 1.5x times 3 minus 1.5x. That's what squared means, times by itself. So we're going to multiply out the brackets. So let's get going. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 1.5x is negative 4.5x. 3 times another negative 1.5x is negative 4.5x. And negative 1.5x times negative 1.5x gives us positive 2.25x squared. Right, well we better simplify this. So we have an x squared here plus another 2.25x squared. So 1x squared plus 2.25x squared gives us 3.25x squared. We have the plus 9 all by himself. And we have minus 4.5x minus 4.5x gives us minus 9x. Now, the last thing to do is to take this 25 and put it onto the left-hand side. It will become a negative 25. We've already got a 9 here by himself, so 9 minus 25 gives us negative 16. So we've got our quadratic equation 3.25x squared minus 9x minus 16 is equal to 0. Now that's what we need. We need a quadratic equation equal to 0 because we're going to solve it and get our two solutions. All right, let's solve it. Here are the two solutions. X is equal to negative 1.23. I've rounded that to 3 significant figures. And the other solution is 4. If you can't remember how to solve quadratic equations, please go back and watch these videos. You've got to be confident with using the quadratic formula. All right, well now the next step, if you've watched the last couple of videos, you know what's going to happen now. You're going to find the y coordinate. And to do that, we take one of these equations. I take the straight line graph because it's easier. Y is equal to 3 minus 1.5x, and we're going to substitute in the two x values. Our first x value is negative 1.23, so we're going to go 3 minus 1.5 times negative 1.23. I need my calculator to solve that, and I get 4.85. I've again rounded my answer to 3 significant figures. So my x value is negative 1.23, and my y value is 4.85. That's my first intersection point. So let's move on, use the straight line graph a second time, substitute in my second x solution, 4, and go 3 minus 1.5 times 4. That gives me negative 3. So my second intersection point is the x coordinate is 4 and my y coordinate is negative 3. Right, what have I done? Here's my straight line graph, here's my circle, those are my two intersection points. I've found my first intersection point at the coordinate negative 1.23, 4.85, and I found my second intersection point at the coordinate 4, negative 3. Right, thanks for watching. Go away and see if you can practice that until you're feeling much more confident.